So hello guys, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another episode of the crazy week that was with Barrister Neze. It's me, a girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Africa, my Africa. I love Africa. Forget what the media and our colonial masters has to say about Africa, portraying it like some poverty-stricken, disease-ridden third world shithole. Oh yes, we admit that one of our biggest plagues in Africa is our leaders who have sold their soul and conscience to personal and selfish gratification. But save for that, there is so much worth loving, admiring, and preserving about Africa. One of it is our culture, rich, diverse, colorful, and fascinating. From my place, for example, Imo State, Nigeria, where I hail from, oh yes, we have so many cultural engagements that stands us out. From masquerade events to New Yam festivals, observing the compulsory fattening room ceremony when a girl hits puberty, there is so much to engage in. One of my traditions, which may seem very weird and strange to a lot of people, is the fact that it is forbidden to kill the python where I come from. Oh yes, I'm from a boundary town between Anambra and Imo, and in my place it is forbidden to kill a python. So peradventure you find a python within your vicinity, we just pick up a stick, take it to the python, it will crawl around it. I will take the stick outside to the bush and the python will crawl out happily. I will say goodbye. And shall I tell you a corresponding wonder? It has never been heard or recorded that the python hurt or harm any indigene of that place. So before I proceed, I would like to hear from you. If you're Nigerian or from any other place in the world, African countries, Caribbeans, Haiti, Jamaica, wherever you're from, let us know in the comment section if you have one strange and weird tradition that is normal to you but makes every other person's skin crawl. Let us hear it down in the comment section. Now, despite these many traditions that we practice, some of them have constantly caused a stir in the most negative fashion to a lot of people. And one of these is the traditional practices relating to widows and widowhood. Let us watch this video. So in the crazy week that was, we saw this young, beautiful, widowed woman, visibly shaken, very terrified, being led on back and forth by an older woman, walking and marching right on her husband's grave. So when I saw that video, I did some findings and I discovered that that is a cultural practice in that place where the woman's husband hails from. And according to them, it is a compulsory culture for a widow to walk back and forth on her husband's grave, as that symbolizes some sort of traditional divorce, giving the woman the liberty to get remarried in future should she choose so. It is believed that failure to participate in this act will have far-reaching consequences for the woman remarrying, the new man she's getting married to, and the children that will be born from that marriage. And for some people, they saw absolutely nothing wrong in what the woman was doing. They believe that tradition is tradition, and even Christianity and the Bible recognizes tradition. They believe that Christianity and civilization should not ever be a reason why traditions or our culture as Africans should be abolished or relegated to the back burner, as our traditions are what makes us unique and sets us aside. They argue that even the people who sold religion to Africa have their own unique cultural practices. The British, for example, have theirs. Only 7 hours after Kate Middleton had the baby, the Princess of Wales and the Duchess of Cambridge, she appeared on the front steps of St. Mary's Hospital wearing makeup on, heels and a smile, presenting the new baby to the cheering crowd and the waving. Only 7 hours. Now, to Africans and in Africa, that is cruel, barbaric, unacceptable, and insensitive. In our culture, When a woman just puts to bed, she is treated with the utmost sensitivity. In fact, under ideal circumstances, she's not even supposed to go out or be seen in public for about 3 months. She is to stay in bed, rest, eat, be nursed, massaged, cooked for, pampered, and cared for. That's the culture here. And that is the culture there. So also are Scottish men allowed to wear skirts or kilts or whatever they call it, but that is alien in Africa. So these cultures differ, and everybody has what identifies them as a people. And if these people are not being bashed for having their own practices, which is alien to us, why will Africans keep comparing their traditions to that of the British, feeling that those European cultures are more superior to theirs and always in a hurry, very willing to subjugate and abolish theirs? This is their argument. But to some people who beg to differ from this school of thoughts, they believe that the sooner Africans begin to do away with this tradition and embrace civilization, modernization, and advancement, the better for us. They believe that all of these practices have no standing, no place in modern day society and should be scrapped. To them, the untimely loss of a husband is already overwhelming, burdening. So why further compound it for the woman by making her go through the trauma of marching on her husband's grave? To what end? That's needless emotional trauma. They cited that a woman will be made to cut her hair when her husband passes. She will be made to stay indoors for long periods to mourn. She is expected to wear only white apparels for a period of 1 year. Some are made to drink out of the water used in washing the husband's corpse just to prove some kind of innocence that she does not have a hand in his death. And furthermore, some are disinherited and dehumanized by their husband's people, and now a widow being made to walk back and forth her husband's grave. To what end? Are men also made to go through these torturing traditions when their wife passes? So they ask. They conclude, putting their foot down, that these traditions are of no use. So what do you think, guys? What do you think about this situation where the widow is made to walk on top of her husband's grave as some kind of traditional cleansing? Do you see it as no big deal? And if it's part of their traditions, then the woman in her own interest should do it to avoid high-reaching consequences and repercussions that may even transcend beyond what we know or see? Or do you see it as completely unnecessary and unjust? Do also let us know in the comment section what the practice is like in your place. Come on, confess. I want to read it. Drop in the comment section what the practice is in your place when it comes to widows and widowhood, so we can all interact and learn and get enlightened down in the comments. What do you think in general about African traditional practices? Do you think they should be abolished as they do not conform to modern day society? Or do you think that our traditions are our heritage and they must be preserved at all costs? Do let me know what you think about these down in the comments section. So the second story on the crazy week that was with Barrister Neze is the story of the late Yoruba movie actor Murphy Afolabi. The 49-year-old theatre arts graduate was a well-known face in Nollywood, especially in the Yoruba movie scene. He was known for both his acting and his production works, and he had starred in over 60 movies, including Omo Rapala, The Midnight Sensation, Queen Latifah, amongst others. He was married with 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. So a few weeks ago, the very sad news of Murphy's passing made it out to the internet. And according to the late Murphy's colleagues, they said that Murphy had slipped and fallen in his bathroom at his house in Ikorodu, Lagos. He did not survive the fall, and it was a lot more painful and unfortunate because his passing came only about 9 days after he celebrated his 49th birthday. But that's not the main update today. After Murphy had passed, he was to be buried immediately according to Islamic customs and traditions. And during his burial, something controversial happened. Watch this video.
1.4 million, 1.4 million naira. Who shall you know? Murphy, can you tell us like? Àwọn kọ́mítì tó gbèsè lórí ẹ̀ láti gba owó yẹn padà. Àti ẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ gbèsè mọ́. Ìyá yìí ní 1.4 million lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
So the conversation in that video was held in Yoruba language, which is Murphy's local dialect. And if you're Yoruba, you can do us the honors by helping us interpret word for word verbatim in the comment section what that conversation was about. But in a nutshell, the lady in blue holding the microphone and speaking claims that Murphy, the late Murphy, whose funeral was holding at that point and that time, was owing her a total of 1.4 million naira, which she had lent him some time ago. So she was urging the burial committee members to refund her the money that the late actor owed her. Now, this action has sparked up heated argument, and I would like to hear your opinion down in the comments. For some people, they have strongly condemned the action of this woman, describing her as very insensitive and shrewd. According to them, a man just died. A woman just became a widow, and 4 children just became fatherless. And right there in his funeral, without even waiting for his body to turn cold, you have activated debt recovery mode. These set of people believe that debts, especially personal debts, should die with a debtor, and whatever is contributed for the disease should be reserved purely to care and cater to his widowed wife and their children, not to service alone. But on the other hand, a good set of people also do not agree with this position. They believe that the death of somebody does not and should not automatically liquidate his debts, and that indeed a debt outlives a person. They insist that all debts and obligations, as a matter of fact, must be factored in during the distribution of a deceased person's estate, describing it as both legal, just, and permitted by some religions. They assume that it's possible that this woman borrowed the late guy all her business money, never imagining that he would pass suddenly. He was not sick. So maybe it was just a short-term finance for him to quickly roll over and return the next week. So what's supposed to happen to her business? Is her business supposed to fold up and crash and her family, her children go hungry? They went further to defend her much condemned choice of timing, saying, oh yes, she was stranded. She had no choice but to bring it up during the burial, because if that time passes, then there will be little or no chance that she would ever be able to recover that money. So to them, she did no wrong as she had no choice. So guys, what do you think about this? There's a legal position. I'm not going to talk about that because this is more like a personal loan. But yes, there's a legal position on this. But I want to hear your thoughts. So what do you think about this as a person? We're not in courts, not as a lawyer, as an individual. Do you think it's okay? Do you think she is right going after a deceased person's family to recover a loan that you gave to their deceased relation during his lifetime? Or do you think it's just plain wicked and insensitive to go after a widow, or the monies realized to support a widowed person to take back a loan that was given to a man when he was alive? Do you think a loan should die with the person? Do drop all your thoughts down in the comment section. So guys, we have come to the end of today's episode of the crazy week that was with Barrister Neze. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, or if you're just watching me from the window, not subscribed, just looking at me, should I subscribe or should I not subscribe? I hypnotize you right now to subscribe to my channel. Please don't fail to subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up, turn on your bell notifications, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.